Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome back to One Last Hand. Welcome back to Kinfire Chronicles. We are back in Vinna after arriving with our caravan. If you haven't checked out episode 1 or 2, I'd highly recommend going back and watching those. The link is in the description below to the playlist. If you do go back and watch them, we also have a free campaign blog on the Patreon. So if you want to go and have a read of my thoughts and some of the bits we got up to, that's available for free over there right now. But we arrived at Vinna and we met, I think it was Dara at the Mill House Inn here, who told us that we've got free room and board. And she needed to talk to us about a quest which we gave us this card, which I think we'll find out about in the morning. And then she said, go and explore the town. We left, and that's where we left it, because every time you open one of these envelopes in this game, you get a new book to read. So I've read the exploration book. I'll just read the last paragraph. Enjoy our little town. When you're tired and hungry, come back here to the inn. Once you've rested, I've got something I could use your help with. And don't forget to meet Hyot if you have the chance. Open them Atlas to Map 3, we've done that. Open the Vinna pack, we've done that. You have 3 city actions to explore the town before you need to get on with your next mission. See the town exploration rulebook. However, your 3rd city action must go to location 1 and sleep at the inn. Take quest prompt Q3. This quest is over. From now on, when it's time to go on the quest, choose which ones are available. That sentence seems a bit weird to me, but we've got quest Q3 either way. Okay, so we need to make a choice as to where we're going. We could go to Morella's Wares and get some new items. We could go to the Kinfire Shrine. We could go to the Lighthouse, which is where the caravan said they were going. We could go to the tavern. This is where Hyot is, so we probably want to go here. And we could go to the tea wagon. I do like tea. I do like tea. We've also got a bomb that we picked up last time round. We've got some exhausted cards, but we're going to be able to get rid of those when we go back to the inn to sleep. So what's the thought? Should we go? Let's go to the Burnt Alchemist lab first. That feels like the right approach. We can do this by going to the Foreteller app. So we need to go into the Vinna pack, which I've got here. And we are looking for cards V3, because that's where we are. So let me just see if I can find that. There's V3. And I'll find that on the Foreteller.
Approaching the burnout husk of the alchemy lab, you see the dwarven scholar you met earlier pacing back and forth with nervous energy. He gives you his name, Hyot Belga,
so much.
and thanks you repeatedly.
Thank you enough. I would say fate delivered you to me, if I believed in such things. You see, I'm in need of skills such as yours. I would like you to investigate the crimes committed here. Arson, murder, theft. This is, or was, my friend Mika's workshop. He perished along with it. If you can make time for such a thing, come talk to me, and I'll share what I've learned so far. Okay,
so we pick up quest prompt Q16. So Ash and Bramble. Hyot Belga, a dwarven scholar in Vinna, has asked for your help. A friend and colleague of his was recently robbed and murdered. Perhaps you could track down whoever did this. So this is now another quest that we can put over here. When we leave town, we get to choose either one of these two. So that's that. This card gets removed. Now, I don't really know what removed means, so we'll tuck that over there for now. Okay, so we've been to the Burnt Alchemist. We've got one more action. Should we get some tea? It seems it's got to help us with healing, right? And that might be vital in fights. We didn't do very well in the last fight, but then we could go and get whatever this shop is selling, which I'm going to assume would also help. I am going to go to Luca's Wares. We've got 10 coins to spend, so I'm going to go to Luca's Wares and find out what I can. So that's V5.
As you near the field, your eye is caught by a merchant wagon parked among the wildflowers. Inside, A large hulking man bends to look at you through the window.
Hello there. Care to join me for a Spider-Man leaf tea?
You gratefully accept and watch as the wagon sways and heaves with the giant man's every move. With thick fingers, he hands each of you a tiny teacup through the window.
Yeah, the sweet flowers that grow here are the key ingredient in many of my blends. You know, I also used to brew a bit of a healing ointment. I like to call it Sweet Balm. I can sell you some for 1 coin per dose if you like.
Okay, so he has 3 Sweet Balm to sell. So Sweet Balm, restore 4 health to either yourself or another seeker in your space. 3 action. Perform another action after this. This action doesn't have a boost card, doesn't count towards your deck size. After you play it during battle, remove it from your deck. We are going to buy all 3 of those for 3 coins, leaving us with 7 left. So we'll get rid of those. And I think we'll put 2 in Roland's deck and 1 over here in Khor's. Okay. Successful. Disposable cards return to the shop once they're purchased. Okay, so the shop stays in the deck from the sounds of things. And they are our 2 actions. So now we have to go back to V1. Is that a card? V1. Oh, I didn't show you the right card, right? I should have shown you V5. So there's the one that we saw, that we just listened to. V1, here we go.
Stepping into the inn, you are met with the smell of fresh baked bread and can hear the gentle squeak of the water wheel turning out back. Dara, the mayor of Vinna and owner of the inn, appears, wiping her hands on a towel.
Looking for a hot meal and a room for the night? Your room and board are free here as long as you're in town.
Okay. So sleeping at an inn, what we get to do is we get to remove all of our exhausted cards from our hands. I think it was 5 that we had in total. There we go. So we can get rid of all of those. You heal at the end of combat, so we don't have to worry about that. And that's it, I think. We don't have to do anything else over there. We are done. Okay, and now we have to choose a quest. So we've got a choice of 2. We can go to the shadows to find out what's going on here, or we can go to this one. I think I'm going to go to quest 3. I think it feels like it's the main story. I'm intrigued to find out what's happening. So let's do that. I'm going to go and find quest 3 to delve into. Here we go.
The morning light finds you rested and refreshed. The smell of breakfast lures you down to the main room of the inn, where Dara invites you to have a seat. You ask her about the task she mentioned yesterday.
The sabotaged bridge. It's not the first trouble we've had. When construction on the lighthouse started, so did the attacks. These bandits. It's as if they want to cut us off from Din Lux. They've ambushed caravans, raided farms. I have no proof, but I'm sure they're the ones who destroyed the bridge.
She pauses, blowing the steam from her tea.
We suspect they're operating out of one of the forests northeast of here. I sent some armed locals out there, but none of them have returned. We can't afford to lose anyone else. But, Seekers are trained for this sort of thing, right?
You agree to track down and deal with the bandits. But first, breakfast. No sense facing danger on an empty stomach.
I mean, I have to ask, who is slurping their tea? Come on. That is not how we were brought up. Right, okay.
After breakfast, you gear up and make your way north. Near the edge of town, you spot a dwarf running in your direction.
Wait!
When she finally reaches you, she leans over, hands on knees to catch her breath.
I just wanted to thank you personally.
She finally says.
My aunt and uncle were among those you escorted here. They're safe because of you.
You wave off her thanks, all in a day's work for a seeker. But the dwarf stops you again.
The forest where you're headed, some ruins appeared there after the last starless night. And someone warned me that they're haunted by malicious spirits. It's not safe out there.
Okay, so at the bottom of this one it says, the dwarf seems overly nervous to fen. We don't have fen, so we can't go there. So otherwise go to 3-3.
The forest northeast of Vinna is quiet and cool. There's a shaft of smoke rising in the distance. The campfire. You ease up on the camp, keeping your footfalls quiet. You ready your weapons. But when you emerge from the trees to strike, you find only a pile of corpses. They could be the men Dara sent out before you. The camp is littered with abandoned supplies. Whoever left must have been in a hurry. You notice tracks leading deeper into the forest.
Okay, we have a conundrum. So you can see here, Roland wants to do this, and Khor wants to do this. Whoever we choose is going to get one Kinfire. Kinfire is used to help you build decks. We don't have time to mess around, let's get going, or we might as well search the camp for useful supplies before we go. Something seems a bit fishy to me, right? We sent some people to kill them. They might be these people, the bandits. They killed them and they left all of their supplies? Something feels dodgy. I'm going to 3-5. I just don't trust it. Interestingly, on the app, it says if you have Valora or Naz, if Valora are not present, go to this one. Valora and Naz are present, go to this one. We don't have either of them. We're going to 3-5. If there's lots of supplies here, we're going without them. Okay, so just before we do that, we do pick up another Kinfire token for Khor, because it was Khor's Conundrum that we chose, and this is 3-5.
You follow the bandits' tracks deeper into the woods until you reach a river. Its waters are swift and deep. You only see two possible ways to cross. The rickety bridge before you seems the most expedient, but could easily be ambushed. Downriver, you can see the ruins that the frightened dwarf warned you about.
Okay, so we have another Conundrum. And again, our people are split here, so Roland is one way, Khor is the other. Let's take our chances with the bridge. Better ambush than whatever's lurking in those ruins. The ruins seem safe from attack, and we might find something valuable. I think because we were so cautious on the last one, this is the quickest route, right? They said it at the beginning here, it's the most expedient route. Did I make that up? Most expedient, yeah. So we're going to go to 3-6. Uh-oh, the app says 3-6 and Khor is present. Okay, good.
The makeshift bridge is mossy and slick. The water roars
She
over the
pauses
jagged
to wink
rocks
at
below.
you.
Carefully, you inch your way across. You're nearly to the other side when you slide a foot forward and crack. Something breaks and the bridge suddenly shifts beneath you.
The wood beneath Khor gives way. Before plunging into the rushing water, they grab on to what's left of the bridge and pull themselves up.
Okay, so the Seeker with the most armor is flung from the bridge. Flip 4 cards. The Seeker suffers 1 health damage and gains 1 exhaustion for each non-red revealed. Well, Khor has the most health. He has to flip 2 cards. Okay, we have Black Powder Bomb. Perfect. I mean, Khor's got more reds than anything else, so we should be okay. And we've got Aftershock, which is green and red, so we can use that. These 2 cards go in our discard pile. We won't be able to start the battle with them. But we go deeper into the forest, go to 3-10.
You continue through the woods, following the bandits' tracks until they end at the entrance to an old mine. Curiously, it appears unchanged by the darkness, You've heard of places that are immune to the transforming effects of a starless night. Locations with deep histories and powerful magic. You approach with caution, making your way down into the dark corridors of the mine.
Okay, if you have memory 3B, go to 311. So this is the only memory that we have, which is 2A. So we don't have 3B. So we're going to 312.
You step silently through the passageways, careful to avoid any traps, until you come across a camp lit by luminous green moss. The bandits are reclining against some rocks and drinking from brown bottles, but their weapons are close by. You take your positions. Ready your weapons, and then attack.
Okay, each gain 2 fate tokens. So we've got 2 fate tokens. Okay. Each bandit begins the battle with a stun on each of their active abilities. Open the atlas to map 4. Here is map 4. I like this. A little camp here. And go to 313. So I guess I need to get everything set up. This is going to tell us how to set it up. So you can see they're going to be here waiting for us. Is this 313? Yeah, 313. They're all chilling here. We're coming in from this way. These guys would have been further away if we'd have done it slightly differently. And you can see we've got 3 bandits here, one with 22 health, one with 18 health, one with 20 health. And this is how we'll be dividing the tokens. So each time you open one of these books you get, or boxes, you get some health token and things. We've already got enough markers for them, but we've also got the enemies here. We'll have a quick look at them. So we have Lars. Lars has a crossbow and focuses on the person with the most shield. This is Mo. He has 20 health and has focuses on the least health. And then we have Corley, and he has 22 health and focuses on the one with the least shield, so or armor. So let's get this set up and we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our enemies set up. I haven't yet put the stun tokens on them because I just want to have a little look at what we've got. Let's put our tokens out on the board before we forget. So we come in at these spaces here. Khor has the yellowy color. Roland has the pinky color behind him, just so it's a little bit easier to see. They are starting in 3 spaces here. So you start over here, you start here, and you start here. Okay. Let's have a look at what the enemies do. Zoomed out a little bit, unfortunately. Hopefully these will be able to be seen. So Corley, the bandit pulls strength from within, roaring and surging forward with rage, attacking anyone within reach. Each seeker within 1 space of Corley gains a weak. Corley then triggers his middle ability, ignoring any status effects as an attack instead of attacking everyone instead of attacking 5. Then he'd do that, and then he'd do 5 damage to everyone if we were in the same space. Okay, and then taking a deep breath, the bandit re-centers himself before charging back into the battle. Discard all status from Crawley. He refocuses and gains 1. Okay, then we've got Lars down here, who's this little guy over here. The bandit fires a rapid hail of bolts from his crossbow. Lars doesn't move, but attacks using his middle ability, ignoring any status effects, once for every seeker within range. The bandit fires off a bolt in your direction, 2 damage, plus 1 damage for each other bandit in the space, and he ignores shields. And then the bandit circles, keeping his distance. Discard all statuses from Lars. Lars refocuses. Okay, so the same thing. And then we've got Mo. Mo is all bandits, including Mo, trigger their middle ability, ignoring any status effects. Resolve them in order from left to right. Oh, man. I'm guessing left to right will be this one, then this one. Wise guys, 2 damage, plus 3 for each other bandit in the target space. And then Spread out, you fools. Return any enemy chits numbered 1 to 11 to the bag. Then every bandit gains 1 health. Oh, I do not like Mo. He might be in charge of this ragtag bunch. Okay, let's get their health dials out. So 20 health for Mo. We have 18 health for Lars. There we go. And we have 22 health for Crawley. Crawley? Crawley. I don't know. Okay, so that's you. We need to figure out who's focusing on who. So you are focusing on the person with the least armor, so that's going to be you. You are focusing on the person with the most armor, so that's going to be you. And you are focusing on the person with the least health, so that is going to be you as well. We now need to put the stunned cards out, so let's do that. So this is really handy, right? This is really handy to begin with. Okay. Then we need to take some armor cards. So 1, 2, 3 for us. And 1 over here for you. These start in our hand, I think, right? We draw up to 7 and they start in our hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards for Khor. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Obviously, bear in mind, 2 of our cards got discarded with Khor. Okay, I'm just going to lay my cards out so we can see them. We've got a ward, which is pretty nice. I do like having those out early on. Okay, we've got a fair few action cards, which is nice. We'll tuck this up here. Okay, and then we've got some sweet balm over here. I don't need it necessarily straight away, but we're likely to need it, right? We've got some boost cards here and only 1 action card. Can I do a mulligan? I don't think I can. Let's just have a quick read as to whether I can do a mulligan or not, because ideally I would like more cards than what I've got. No such thing as a mulligan as long as you have 1 action card, which we do, so that's a bit annoying. Do we have anything that allows to draw cards? No, we do not. Okay, I think we're good to go. I mean, I'd like to get rid of Mo, but he's got the most health. We need to draw chits from the bag, right? I was wondering who was going first. Here we go. Our first chit is Roland is up. Okay. Roland only has the 1 action card. It's ranged and it's firebolt. Give another damage to your target for every red card you discard. I mean, we're going to get rid of all of these, right? So I'm going to get rid of all 3 of these, I think. Because why wouldn't I? Because all of these are going to go at the end of this turn anyway. So we're going to discard 3, which means I get to put 4, what are these called? Hurt, onto, we're attacking Mo. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I have to put them all on the same one or different ones, but let's put them up here since they go underneath this, since they're all there. Okay, so that's that done, and we do 2 damage to him. So 2 damage coming off you, down to 18 health, and we get the focus. We already had it, so that goes there. All of these get discarded, including our armor. That goes away, rather disappointingly. But just turn these around so I can see them. These action cards are meant to be on this board over here, but I get the feeling as we get more enemies, I'm going to have to shift this over. So that's the only reason they're not. Okay, so when that happens, we get to charge our lantern, and that goes into our hand with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe we still draw 7, and this comes into our hand as well. Let's just lay these out so we can see what we've got. Now we've got a load of action cards. We'll keep this here as well. Okay. Ideally, we've got some that are going to use up some of those statuses because we can do extra damage for having those. I haven't checked these, but maybe one of those will help us. Okay, so now we need another chit from the bag. What have we got? We have Khor. Nice. That is a great start for us. So Khor has riposte. 2 damage. Instead, you may play this as a boost card. Less worried about that. We've got pierced defenses, so we don't have to move again, but I'd like to. In fact, I'm going to move you here out of the way for a second. No, you know what? I'm going to keep you here. I'm going to move you here, I think. Okay. Pierce defenses. We should play our ward, right? Which is, while this card's in play, each time an enemy moves, they take 1 damage. So we're going to do that, and we're going to try and keep them moving. So we've played that ward. It's a free action, so we get to play another card. Oh, I could have looked to see if I did any boosts on that. What card did we play? I should have looked. It was a red card. I could have given him an extra movement. So let's do this and this with those 2 cards. We will get rid of this card. We boosted his movement on it. All good. I have Vial of Blood. You and each seeker in the same space gain a block. Less worried about that. Pierce defenses, I think, was what we're doing. We're attacking for 3, and it cannot be reduced. It's a blue card, so you're going to play this one, which allows us to draw a card. We're doing 3 damage to, well, obviously Mo, right? 1, 2, and 3, down to 15. If we can get rid of him, I'll be pretty happy. And we get to draw another card, which is another boost. Okay. A new chip from the bag. What have we got? We have Roland is back up. I get the feeling this is great, but I get the feeling it's going to come back to bite us in the backside at some point. Okay. Roland, what have you got? You've got 1 damage. I'd have to move into their space, but for each status on your target, plus 2 damage. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, right? Plus 1, 13 damage. Holy crap. Okay, so we're playing Well-Timed Blow. I'll just show you this card. Waiting and watching for the perfect moment, you suddenly spring forward, striking with all of your might. We do... hold on. Mo's focus would have been moved to here because we used piercing defenses. But back to this, it's moving back again up here. We're doing 1 damage plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Well, we just killed him. I'm just going to add these up since I can't properly because I'm an idiot. Bear with me. Let me just get all of these. So we're doing 1 damage. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Holy crap. Am I reading that right? Plus 2 for each status on your thing. These are status cards, right? Hurt is a status. So yeah, this status represents burning. So we have just hit him for 15 and taken him out of the fight instantly. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Who'd have thought we could do that? 15 damage down to 0, and Mo is no more. Now, we have to follow some rules when Mo gets killed as to where these tokens go. So let me just find the combat book because it tells us how to do that. While we're doing it, let's just shift these over a little bit so you can then see these guys. Okay, now there's a whole section around moving tokens. When an enemy is defeated, if there are any surviving enemies, transfer the ability tokens from the defeated enemy to the surviving enemy whose sheet is furthest to the right. Ability tokens should stay in the same area when moving that ability token. This ability token, that is the ability token next to the upper enemy's ability will always move to the new upper enemies. So we said furthest left, middle, right. So all of these are going to Lars, which is a little bit disappointing in all honesty. But I guess it gives us who to focus on next, right? Okay. What did I do? I used Well-Timed Blow, so that goes there. I could have boosted it. I didn't need to. That's great. And we've still got this. Okay, that's that done. That's the end of that turn. Are we moving? I mean, I want to get over here to be able to hit this dude. I'm going to move here into this space, I think. You're off the board. See ya, Mo. Okay, next chip. Here we go. We have darkness. So darkness is this one, which means the stunned is removed. When this ability triggers, discard this card. The enemy cannot attack this turn. So that doesn't really matter because he attacks using his middle ability once for every seeker in range. Oh, if I hadn't have moved, I'd have been fine. We didn't know it was coming, so he is attacking 2 plus 1 for each other bandit in space. Okay, he's doing a white ability, so I can use anything to block it. You can tell that from these white bars down here. So I'm going to use 1 block for this against Roland. So Roland is being attacked for 2 plus 1 because there's another bandit in his space. Oh, hold on, but then this says ignoring any status effects, so this is going to go back on there. So he's attacking us for 2 and it ignores any block. I don't know when it says ignores any block. I presume we cannot play these cards, so we'll keep hold of that. He does 3 damage to our boy Roland. Ouchie. We are down to 12. This stun card I'm putting back on here. And I'm going to put this over here so we know it's come out. Okay, we're back in the bag. Here we go again. We have Roland is back up. Love that. Love that. We could use our special. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to use our Purity, which is an attack for 3. We can get rid of this token as well. We can attack for 3. Plus, after attacking, distribute 3 statuses on your choice among of your choice among targets against your target. I'll read that again. After attacking, distribute 3 statuses of your choice among your targets as you see fit. I don't think that stun. I don't think that weak is going to help us, but maybe weak does less damage, but hurt does more attack, right? So let's put. Is it 3? Yes, I'm going to put 3 hurt on them, and I'm going to put them in this middle one because it's got the most chances of going off, right? Okay, so that's that. We are doing 3 damage to Lars, down to 15. And you get the focus, which is over here. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. So Lars doesn't move, but attacks using his middle ability, ignoring any status effects for each seeker in range. Oh, so he would have attacked us anyway. It's not like he was using his focus to do it, which is what they normally do. Okay, so that goes back on there. The focus goes over here because we used this card. I think we're okay. Would we have boosted it? We would have boosted it using this card here. So another damage. Okay, perfect. Another chip from the bag. We have Roland again. What is going on? So Roland does still have some action cards. He's got quite a few. We have Test of Metal. All enemies suffer 1 status effect per all enemies suffer 1 damage per status effect on them. This is a 3 action where we're obviously going to take that. I mean, we could have seen if we could have put any more on them, but you take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Roland is insane at this moment in time. Right, so you take those. You've got 3, 4, 5. So you take 5 damage. Roland's doing this single-handedly. How much were we on? 15? 14. I'm going to say we were on 15. I can't remember. So we're down to 10. Okay. Okay, so that was Test of Metal, which doesn't do anything else. It's a free action. So we could do a Meteor Throw. After attacking, you may move your target 1 space. Lucky Beard Comb. This is a free action. Give 2 hurt to anyone. You know what? We should have done that the other way around. Let's do Lucky Beard Comb, and let's do 2 weak to you up here, and let's put these on this middle one because that's going to trigger the most. Okay, So that's that. I've still got 2 actions. We've got Meteor Throw, or we could put another stun on them. That stun on the top one doesn't make any difference because it's not an attack. You know what? We're going to move over here into his space. And we are going to, before attacking, you may move into the same space as your target. We're going to attack for 3 damage. And we are going to do a stun. I can't give you any bonuses, but that's 3 damage. You're down to 7. And you get another stun, which we'll put, I guess, on this one down the bottom here. Why not? No, we'll put it on this one as well. Okay. I can't give you any bonuses. That was this one done. You've still got 1 action, so we'll get over there. Okay, back in the bag we go. We have number 6, which is down here. Okay. Oh no, this is number 9, which is up here. That's disappointing. So you're going to ignore this. You don't move, and you're going to attack. Lars does not move, but attacks using the middle ability, ignoring status effects, once for every seeker in range. So I'm going to make the assumption that you cannot attack a melee target in range. A range attack may only hit a foe exactly 1 space away, so no one is in target. Unlucky, my friend. Unlucky. Okay, back in the bag we go. It's almost like I planned that. Number 5 is this one again, so the same thing. Okay, all good for us. Number 3 is up here. So you are stunned, so you do not attack. When this ability triggers, this would just be an attack. We don't do that round here. You would move, however, so you would move into this space, and we've still got weeks on those ones. Okay, back in the bag we go. Poor old Roland is somewhat under the cosh over there. It's Khor's go. Am I going to be able to get close enough? Doesn't look like it. Oh, hold on. He moved, so he takes the damage, right? Because of our ward that's out. Need to remember that. Okay. We've got Riposte. We've also got you and another seeker in your space gain 1 armor. That doesn't really help me very much. I've got no way of getting to them at the moment. So I think my whole action is just going to be to move. I'm presuming I have to get rid of a card. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. And that is that. I've still got an action card, so I can't do anything else. I could. One thing we have to remember is you can decide to pass, which means you can draw a card or discard a card. But I think that's fine. We wanted to move into that space. Okay, back to the bag. We have Khor again. That's good news. Although we've only got a riposte, which isn't great. Oh, you should have 1 armor when we draw up to a new hand. That's fine. Okay, we're going to move you into this space as well. This could come back to bite us. We're going to do a riposte. For each enemy, for each strike you deal out, the enemy deals out. You have your own ready to go. So this is a red card. So you're going to use this one to boost it, which means we do 3 damage to Lars. 1, 2, 3, down to 4. But this is there's a lot of our tokens coming up here. Why have I put these over here? These should be over here. Right. Here we go again. We have Roland again. He's just got the 1 card. It's Meteor Throw. So he's going to take a step up here and throw his meteor. It does 3 damage, and after attacking you may move your target 1 space. Well, we want to hit you, right? So let's do 3 damage to you. I haven't got anything to boost it with, unfortunately. Oh, we need to draw up to another hand. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When we refresh, we would also gain our armor, so we didn't use it, but we get it back. We also charge our lantern. And let's just see if we've got a boost that will help over here. Not really. We do have a boost that will allow you to draw a card, but I don't see how that would be useful. Oh, hold on. Increase this by 1 damage. So 3 becomes 4, and 4 is enough to kill old Lars over here. He's down to 0 health. All of these statuses go away. This could not be going better, right? This genuinely could not. Considering how we got our asses kicked by some deers, This genuinely could not be going better for us right now. Okay, this focus is off you and can go over here. Okay, so we've just got the one enemy, so we need to move these. These all come up here. I'll move these down afterwards. You go up here, you go up here. I guess we should shift this down anyway. You're in the middle, you're in the bottom section. We'll just check these are right, but I think that's right. These will go into the middle. And then these go into the bottom. I believe that's correct. I might have got that slightly wrong, but I don't know if it's going to make that much difference, if I'm honest. Okay, there's a lot that can trigger this, though. Glad we put those weaks on there. Okay, he has got 18 health. This was after attacking, you may move your target. We did. We moved him to the dirt. Number 11 is triggering, which is this one here. The focus is Roland. So he's doing 5 damage, but he's got 2 weak on here. So weak is, this ability triggers, discard this card. Each of the enemies attack deal 1 less damage. We've got 2 of those, so he's now doing 3 damage, and it can be blocked. So, he was on 18. We'll tuck this down here. So it can be blocked. And do I have any cards to help block? I do not. You have to redraw though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You also get this. And you would get 1 armor, which I almost stole from Khor. So you're going to use that armor to block this. So you're taking 2 damage. There's a little circle thing in here from when you punch out the boards. Whoops. Okay. Right. So that goes on there. How much were you down to? 10? I'm going to say 10. Okay. I think that's right. So a little bit worried now for Roland's safety. I'm not going to lie. We do have some sweet balm, which is nice. Okay, back in the bag we go. This is where it gets dangerous, right? Because an enemy could just go 100 times. Number 4 is going. This is stunned. So this doesn't matter on this one. Discard all statuses. He refocuses and gains 1 health. So these go away. And he's healing back up to 19. And we are in serious trouble right now because he could just keep going. Oh, hold on. He would have had to move, right? So he'd be in this space here. Okay. We have a heart, which means we get to choose. What have we got going on then? So we've got our special ability. Before attacking, move all adjacent enemies into your space. After attacking, gain a shield per enemy in the space. Okay. Or we've got Taunt, which will get the focus on us, which feels like it's probably the right thing to do. We've got Fireball over here. And we've got our Purity, which is going to allow us to distribute some statuses on him. That might be the thing to do. But I would rather have the focus on me, I think. Which this would do. So I'm going to move into this, but I'm not sure this is a wise idea. I'm going to move into this space. We're going to use Adamant, which is our lantern card. So it's 2 damage. Before attacking, move all adjacent enemies into your space. So I'm going to move down here and move you into this space. We're going to take the focus. Before attacking, move all adjacent. Hold on. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to move. You're going to move here. And when he moves, he takes 1 damage. Nice. Forgot about that. After attacking, gain 1 shield per enemy targeted by this attack. So just the 1 shield. But we now have the focus on us and we do 2 damage to him, which is going to be boosted by our boy Roland. So 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, so we flip this over. That's all of that done. We're back in the bag. We have number 6. This middle one is attacking for 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 armor. So he's hitting us for 1. Do we have a block or anything over here? No. So we're taking 1 damage on Roland. No, on Khor. Okay. Hold on. I would have moved down here after my turn, which means he had to move, which means he takes another 1 damage. I have to, I think putting this up here is probably the only way I'm going to try and remember it. Okay, back in the bag we go. We have number 12, which is down here. Discard all the statuses, we don't have any, and heal 1. Back up to 15, okay. Back in the bag we go. It is Khor. Okay. We have a couple of options here. Okay, we're going to use Crush, which is a attack of 1, but if we discard an armor, we get +4. So we're going to discard one of these, which I'd probably regret doing, but we are now doing 5 damage. You can't boost it, but that takes him down to 10. And we are going to move into this space over here. We're going to just keep him moving because that's the best way we've got of doing damage. Right, here we go. Back in the bag. We have a 2. 2 means he is going to... Every seeker within 1 space of Khor gains weak. So that's you, I'm afraid, buddy. Khor then triggers his middle ability, ignoring all status effects. As a attack all rather than that. So I'm guessing he's going to move, which will mean he'll take 1 damage. So he's down to 9. And he is going to attack us for 5. We've got 2 armor this time, so we'll put 1 there. So we take 3 damage. We're down to 15. Okay. Back in the bag we go. It is number 8, which is him healing 1. Of course it is. Oh, that was me damaging him. He's back to 10. Is that right? Don't know. Okay, back in the bag we go. We have Khor again. So we've got 2 actions left. Okay, I am going to move here. I'm going to use our standard whip, which means we can attack for 2. If I discard an armor, which I am going to do, that becomes an attack for 4. But we have a weak, which removes 1 from it. So we're attacking for 3. Is there anything you can do to help? There is not. So we are attacking for 3. So he's down to 7. That was a standard whip. Okay. Back in the bag, we have a number 10, which is going to move and attack for 5. This one is really going to hurt. So he moves, so he takes a damage, and we take 5 damage. I do have a redraw or a chip, but I think we'll hold on to it for now. Okay, back in the bag we go. We have... Roland is up. Finally, Roland. Roland's too far away to do anything. Okay, well, look, it makes sense to play this, which is our boost. No, that's the wrong one. Makes sense to play this, which is a free-to-play card, which means whenever he discards a status, he is going to take damage. We may as well get that out. We have no way of doing any extra damage. So we are going to move to get closer. I guess we'll just discard you. And that's it. We're back in the bag again. Here we go. It is a heart. So it's either one of us. So we've only got 1 action over here, which is a bit rubbish. You can get closer and do some proper damage. So we've got 6 damage on him. Okay, we're moving here. We are going to do our purity again, which is 3 damage. I don't have any way to boost it. 1, 2, 3, down to 3. And then I can put any statuses, 3 statuses on him. So I'm going to put a hurt here, and here, and here, I guess. Because really I'm hoping he gets one of these bottom ones and discards it, although all of these have gone, right? So what have we got left here? We've got a 7, and up here we've got 1. So it's pretty even as it turns out. Right, we're back in the bag. We have a darkness. We're going to use our redraw a chip. We're back in the bag. We have a heart. Nice. Perfect. Okay. I mean, it makes sense for Roland to go. He's going to use Fireball, which is 3 damage at range of 1. Friendly fire. This attacks any seekers in the same space. Oh, well, sorry, mate. So with a gesture of Fireball, he's doing 3 damage, which will move this over here. I think it probably should have been over there a little while ago, and last turn maybe. But 3 damage, which is enough to kill this bandit Crowley, which is all of that done, and Crowley is dead. Who'd have known that we could handle bandits better than we could handle deers? Maybe that deer one was just kind of a lesson to us, right? To say we didn't actually heal in any of that. That's really nice. Okay, combat. After combat, some things happen. End of combat, return any non-lingering status cards. So that would be armor. We don't have any. Discard your remaining cards and shuffle your discard pile back into your deck. Okay, so let's do that very quickly. Reset your health to its starting value and turn your lantern card face down. Okay, so we're back up to 18 hit points. 19 hit points. This goes back around over here. We're back up to 15 for you. And we get to reshuffle all of these. Nice. Okay. Save any unspent fate tokens. I completely forgot we had those. End of the quest. If you gained any treasure packs, no idea. Right, so this can go here. What happens when we win and we are victorious? If the Seekers are defeated, they are not. If the Bandits are defeated, go to 316. Okay.
The last bandit falls to the ground, wounded but still alive. You kick away his weapon and stand over him.
You're well organized and well trained, I'll give you that. Someone must have sent you. Who?
The bandit hisses something under his breath. Dark words of magic. And then laughs.
Killian's plans are already in motion. Soon the great cycle will be complete.
His body begins to shudder violently, foam bubbling from his mouth until, finally, he stills. The bandit is dead. Searching the camp, you find some things of use.
Okay, so we have some
Roland
options.
spots strange markings written on the stone walls.
Okay, so we get a copper treasure pack. So in this box here, there is a collection of treasure packs at the front here, and we can get to choose one. We'll take this one and open it up, shall we? It's a little sticker over it, and we have some new cards. We have Blade Storm. So this is a 2 melee attack. Gain a movement. When moving, you may bring an enemy in your space with you. Okay. So there's a new card that we can put into our deck. We obviously can't do it until we rest. We've got Firebolt. So we've already got one of these, but another Firebolt for Roland, which would be quite nice. Or for anyone, really. We have Helping Hand. How do these work? Action. Other helpful hand. You are already engaged in battle, but you keep an eye open for a chance to help your allies at a moment's notice. So 2 damage. You may instead play this action as any kind of boost card. Okay, that's quite nice. And then there's another one. That's quite interesting. And then finally we have Quick Shot. So in an instant you snap your arrow into place and let it fly, already considering your next move. It's a free action. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool as well, and it gives a defense. So all of these go into our unused cards, and then we might use them later down the line. Our unused cards are up here. Okay, and that was Firebolt, right? We put that in there as well. Okay, but Roland also spotted something on the walls, right? So 317.
While the others search the camp, Roland lifts a lantern to study the markings on the walls of the mine. He freezes. These are not the random scribblings of some bored bandits. These markings were made by a skilled sorcerer. An enchantment has been placed on this camp, and whoever placed it now knows that these men are dead, as well as who killed them. Roland takes the time to examine the enchantment and unravel it, so that it can do no further harm.
Okay, so Roland gains 1 Kinfire, which we've taken, and go to 318.
Limping back to town, you report your findings to Dara. Unsurprisingly, she's upset by these developments. It's clear that someone had sent those men to torment the people of Vinna, but why? She shakes her head and hands you a small bag of corn.
It's not much, but you deserve something. Thank you.
Dara smiles weakly and returns to her post at the window, watching the horizon. Outside, the town bustles with activity, preparing for the arrival of Hierophant Selin. But the sun is already low in the sky. Shouldn't the Hierophant be in Vinna by now?
Okay, so we gain 3 coins over here, and we get 3 more city actions, which we're obviously going to do next time. We also get this prompt, which is Q4, and it says the Ring of Fire. Hierophant Selin is running late, and Starless Night is expected to fall. If the lighthouse isn't finished soon, there'll be no telling if anything will be left of Vinna afterwards. You must venture out to meet her. When you embark on this quest, discard all other prompt cards, then open quest 4. So this is going to go up here with our other quest cards, but we're also going to get rid of this one because we have completed it. Okay, and that is that. What we're going to do next time is obviously pick this up and carry it on. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you guys are as well. I'm hoping to find a nice way to cut all of this together without skipping too much, but without having too many kind of bits and pieces in there. But hopefully I've got most of it right. I'm going to, the first episode is out now, so I'll wait for some feedback on that. If I got too much wrong, we'll correct it as we go. But it's a fun little game. One thing I would say is the deck building part I am going to put on the blog. So it's free over on Patreon. You just need to go over and become a free member, and you're able to read it. I don't think you have to put any credit card details or anything along those lines in. So it's not behind a paywall. And what we'll do is we'll just say, these are the cards we got rid of for each character if we take any of those cards that we got, rather than do it in the episode, because it kind of just splits the whole thing up a little bit. And next time we'll be back. We'll be going around the town to explore. We'll figure out what we're doing. And then, obviously, if we go back to our town map here, we'll be seeing what's at the shop maybe and some other places. And then we'll head out and try and find the Hierophant, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, subscribe button. Check out the Patreon. There's a load of stuff on there as well as the free blog. So go and check that out. Next episode next week, 5:30. I really do hope you're enjoying it. Thank you so much. I'll see you again soon.